Hey guys, so it's time to do the speed comparison here between Sony Xperia XC Premium and the Galaxy S8. This one's going to be very tightly contested. I can just feel it. This is the best of each manufacturer. You can see this is the beauty, the XC Premium, and the also very beautiful S8. So these are obviously competitors for 2017. Coming with very nice processors, Exynos 8895 versus Snapdragon 835, and we're going to start them up at the same time. Let's go. So I have a strong feeling that Sony will be ahead here in terms of the speed, but we will see. And it's going to be very interesting. You can see Samsung is still a little bit ahead when it comes to your starting up, which is nice. And Sony not too far behind, but I think they could definitely improve the startup speed going forward. So the main thing though is obviously the day-to-day performance. So we're just going to close everything down on both of them, as you can see. We have updated all the apps, etc., and we can just see here how they do compare. So we'll start with the basic apps, and both come with 4 gigs of RAM as well. And so far it looks like 3-0 here to the Sony. If we're going to be honest, it looks remarkably fast on opening up stuff. Can certainly see a speed difference from the normal XCS. I mean, look at that. That is magnificent compared to older Sony phones. And the camera, wow. So I have started doing a camera comparison, and you can see how fast it is to go into the gallery there. That is amazing. Let's just do that again. So you can see Sony a little bit faster going into the gallery. We can just have a look at the Play Store as well. So I'm thinking Sony is the winner here, in terms of the basic apps. I don't think Samsung can keep up overall. And do we have settings? You can't keep up. Samsung experience. What about the games? That's where Samsung usually does come back a little bit. So that was roughly identical. We have Mario. Sony again here, slightly ahead. I have put it looks like Samsung actually loaded it a bit faster there. So you can see for the games it looks like the Exynos is coming up a little bit snappier. Let's just try another game. We do have Plants vs Zombies. And this one you can see we do have loading at the bar. I have put the screen on the XC Premium on the vivid mode, so you can see how the colours will look. Don't think it's quite as vivid as what you get on the Samsung still, and they're both on the max brightness, but someone did say you do get the 4K. Just pipped the Samsung there in terms of the load, which is nice. And let's just try one more. What do we have? We have GTA. So yeah, as I was saying, I think the 4K kicks into motion when you're using the video or the games which support it, which probably not going to be many, to be honest, but nevertheless it's nice to have. And you can see GTA much faster here on your Qualcomm platform. I mean, Samsung, I don't know, it doesn't seem to really load on that. So probably should do one more as well, just for fairness here. I think we have Solitaire, snappier there a little bit, but it's very close when it comes to games. So I'd definitely say Samsung caught up a little bit, but I think you can see the optimization is better on the Qualcomm platform when it comes to certain games. So do bear that in mind here. We just have a look at the Wi-Fi speed, see if there's any differences here. So let's see. Both run the same. Start with Samsung. So respectable score here, but I have seen better on the S7 range. I don't know why it's gone down with the S8, but it is what it is. And what can Sony bring to the table? There you go. You see, Sony's not messing around. Sony wants to win at mobile, and I think that Samsung better watch its back. I mean, look at that upload speed. I've never seen it that high. 23. Wow. That is pretty amazing. So we're just going to do Samsung again because, we do like to be fair here. Give it another chance. Move this a little bit so it's not blocking anything. And Samsung's going for it, but it just can't meet it, Can't meet Sony. Sony boy. So Sony is ahead. Wow, I can't believe that, It's going to take some time to sink in. I think that is pretty amazing. Let's just move on to the web browsing. So let's see here. We do have Daily Mail. And go. Oh, Samsung, I think. Oh, that was actually quite weird because it looked like Samsung, but then Sony loaded the thing a little bit faster. So that probably was quite mixed there. But you can see loading the content very nice on both of them. And let's try a link. Is that the same one? I don't think it is. That's not good, is it? So let's just go back. Wow, look how fast the loading is. That is magnificent. So I think it's this one. You can see nice and fast loads here when it comes to your Sony and Phone Arena. Let's go. So this was roughly identical, not a massive difference, but then Samsung did load the pictures a bit faster, so we'll give it that. So not really seeing too much difference here. I think Sony should definitely make its own browser to make for a more optimized experience. Finally, we're just going to look at the memory management here, which we are expecting some good stuff. And I did see a reload there, so we'll give Samsung a point. And another one, both reloaded, but not too long to recover. So you can see we are getting some reloading here, which is kind of disappointing given the price of the handsets. I mean, you don't get any reloading with very basic handsets nowadays, so they could definitely improve that. But then again, it does take a while for Sony to optimize the software, I've noticed. So we won't be too hard on them. You can see Samsung a little bit quicker there to go into the gallery when you're reloading. But the actual performance here seems to be quite comparable. if I must say so myself. And I'd say that from what I've seen so far, the XE Premium is worth every penny here in terms of the, the quality of the experience. It just seems to be so much faster than previous Sony handsets. You can see going into things nice and fast here. Is this an advert? It looks like it. So that's not a reload, that's an advert. And Samsung's still loading the game. GTA. Oh, so this has started reloading, and the game did reload on the XC. So maybe Samsung is still a little bit better here in terms of keeping things in memory. If we're going to be honest, I have opened like 5 games. This one kept in memory. But nevertheless, very impressive performance overall. Definitely blown away by the Wi-Fi speed on its own. And the day-to-day going into stuff, because I used to complain quite a lot when it came to Sony handsets, in regards to the camera here, but you can see how fast it is. Just going in and out of it is absolutely amazing. So it doesn't actually run hot as well like previous Qualcomm handsets. Very cool at the back here. I'll probably do a dedicated battery test for those who want to see that. But for those you looking to go to Sony, you can see getting an equivalent experience here, if not better, than Samsung when it comes to the speed, etc. I think they could improve the bezel ratio, obviously, for the next one, and probably go with OLED as well for the display, because while 4K is good, I don't think it can really meet the brightness level of the Samsung display. Just being honest here, but nevertheless it's a good display overall. So yeah, I'll do some other comparisons with the XE Premium, so do look out for those, and hope you find this one helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.